These are the VR missions for the grenades, and boy howdy, they are hard. It is really, really more difficult than it should be to control the flight of a grenade in Metal Gear Solid.
It'd be kind of cool if you had a reticule or something, it looks like.
Yeah, if you had any aiming at all except for the entire motion of Snake's body, would be nice.
Impressive, Snake.
There's no way to clear this under 5 seconds either. For any mission, I bet.
Yeah, because all the grenades take 5 seconds to explode. And then in that little dialogue box it said 4 seconds, but the codec call said 5 seconds. So the problem with aiming the grenades, yeah, not only do they bounce, Snake holds them in his right hand, which means he doesn't throw them, like, directly center to his body when he's running. And the only way to get extra distance with the grenades is to throw it while running. And you have to factor in, like, the timing of Snake's movement, and the grenade's movement, and the distance the grenade goes, and the speed at which Snake's going, and the speed at which the grenade's going, and the time of when you start pulling the pin on the grenade as to when it's going to explode. It's all really complicated, more than it should be, especially when we have moving targets like this that we can't get close to. But we could do this in practice mode to not worry about most of that.
Can you throw 3 at once? I mean, one of them's gotta hit, right?
We didn't inherit that gene from Big Boss, I'm sorry. The throwing 3 grenades at once gene. So the combat, I just throw multiple grenades where I know that target's going to land, so I don't have to bother with the timing. They give us 100 grenades. Oh no! Also, if you're just mashing the throw grenade button and then you try to, damn it! If you try it in oh no! If you try and move on with Snake, you might end up throwing a grenade right in your path, which is bad because not only does it stop you from going there, it's not going to explode for 4 seconds, which means you can't go there until it's exploded.
You can always run past. No,
because I'm worried it'll catch me in the explosion. Also, I needed to stand right where it was to hit those guys. Also, this is really, really hard. Sometimes you have to time the explosion in midair. Some of these you don't have to if you can get the grenade just the right distance.
So this is supposed to be your cooking lesson?
Yeah. It doesn't help that due to like the top-down perspective, I can't really tell where this is.
How far away things are.
I can't tell how high up it is. I can't tell if it's on level with that platform down there, or if it's in between.
Does this have the same C4 rule of being able to catch things a lot further down than where the explosion is?
Yeah, the explosion is the same shape as the C4, the same size and shape. Oh no!
It doesn't blow up.
Yeah. A dud!
Impressive, Snake.
And after we finish the practice mode, we unlock the time trial variant, which might be the worst for all of the weapons trying to get first place in.
Is it generous with the timing?
No, that's the problem. None of them are.
Excellent, Snake.
I just happened to get very lucky. It was able to blow up the last 2 targets in that pit with 1 grenade. So my strategy for this, as soon as the mission starts, I start throwing grenade. If you don't immediately start cooking a grenade, you're not going to get it right. You just have to hope Snake throws the first grenade where it needs to go, and then every other grenade where it needs to go, and they don't bounce off into the pit, or miss entirely, or throw in the wrong direction. That's why I saved this one for last. It's the hardest. And since you have to wait for the last explosion to go off, you could just cook the last grenade. if you got the timing on that down pat, you don't have to make sure.
So you can take some precious time to aim.
Yeah, well, and you don't have to get completely right, because even if it was about to fall off of that platform, it would still
It
explode.
would explode midair, right?
It's not a good idea to throw extra grenades after you've blown up all the targets, because they take time off of our final time. This one is really, really difficult. I think this one took me the longest out of any of the weapon VR missions to get first place on. All because of this one off to the right. See, it looked like it was way lower than that, and so did the other one. And it might have been. Maybe the explosion was just big enough to catch it, but it didn't look like they should have got hit there.
Yeah!
I'm just glad it's over.
Excellent, Snake.
I really like the advanced mode for the grenades. Oh no! Especially because the animation for guards getting blown up, there's no physics to it. It's like animated frame by frame, and they move way too slowly for an explosion, so it looks like they're blowing up in slow motion no matter what you're doing.
They're doing the Power Ranger.
They're doing the Superman. Oh no! You know,
That's not a
just
good
in
guard.
case. This one is all about teaching you how... Oh no! We've been spotted. This one's all about teaching you distance of throwing the grenade. It's about 3 blocks away. In the VR. In the VR. Oh no! In the VR tiles, so...
I like that because he couldn't fly horizontally, he just shot straight up.
Yes. So in a way that there is physics to it, they'll try and go up and forward, no matter what. This mission's also about teaching you how to throw distance, but also direction. You try to figure out where you want to stand in order to hit the guards, because if you try and throw it at the wrong place, it's not gonna go far enough to actually hit a guard. There they go. Also, the 3 tile distance, all the VR missions have the same tile shape and size, so that's good for practice there. But it's only for a standing position. If Snake's running, it's completely out the window. No, it's not that silly. They're gonna move. And they move before your first grenade can go off, too. Also, if you're trying to cook a grenade and they shoot you, you drop the grenade. And the explosion generally will be after your invincibility frames have worn off. The platform that they're standing on is higher than we are. It's hard to tell, but it is. So this is teaching us that grenades throw in an arc. Which is something we will have to use on Shadow Moses at some point. I'm sure. Oh no! I think he actually survived that explosion. It was the fall that killed. Or rather, the short stop at the end.
Impressive, Snake.
So the guards don't actually hear the grenades land.
No.
Not even on noisy floors?
No. Not even if you put little shoes on it and wound it up and made it walk around. So this is a little trick I'm using to lure the guards up here with this grenade sound, and then I throw grenades up on the staircase. But they were busy blowing up from the previous explosion, and it didn't work. We've still got our unarmed combat move set, which is good to take out threats that are that you can't take out with the weapon you're given. That was a little strategy I used to drop a grenade right at my feet, because you can't do that normally. You throw the grenade a minimum of the standing...
3 tiles?
Yeah, you can't throw it any shorter than that, which is really annoying for a guard that's all up in your grill. Now this is some insanely high level play due to luck manipulation. How fast can I blow up a guard with a 4-second grenade? 4 seconds. Eventually, if I tried enough times, 4 seconds. And then, for every additional guard, just add in the time it takes to throw a second grenade. I should have been cooking that grenade a lot earlier. Served up. That strategy will come in handy later during the fishing derby minigame. Sorry, Snake, I'll only tell you the secrets on how to defeat Metal Gear if you catch me a Marlin.
Just blow it out of the water?
If you flop it, yeah, flop it on the deck there. Flop it on the dock there.
Explosive Marlin!
The Foxhound Soldier.
What's he doing to worm there? Well, they all are! What?
Yes. That's the strategy they teach you in Foxhound.
Excellent Snake.
You learn it from a Demolition Worm. I assume that all the other guards, like, the not elite soldiers have codenames like the Foxhound soldiers do, right? They're Foxhound soldiers. There we go. That's the strategy I tried to pull off last time. Lure them all to one explosion site, and then blow them up there. That guard didn't go there because he was out of earshot.
Excellent Snake.
Nice. So that's your meal. This is the dessert. This is a really fun VR mission. This might be one of the favorites of the 1-minute battles. You're up here on this platform, so as long as your grenades don't land up here, you're safe. You can just throw your grenades everywhere and blow up targets. It's really fun.
The strategy here is to keep throwing grenades.
Yeah, basically. Just whatever you do, don't throw it up here on the platform.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it's really satisfying. It's the popping bubble wrap of video games. Yeah! Look at all those JPEGs of fire that he used for the explosion. Oh no! I think to clear this is 100.
100 grenades used to clear this?
Yeah, because I was mashing the throw button. This is the ultimate maximum grenades you can throw. 62.
Excellent Snake.
Nice. No, actually,
You had to get 106.
I completely demolished that first place score. As the kids say, they got fragged.
Is that something people say?
I'm sure somebody at some point said it. This is also really fun, blowing. See, it would have been perfect if the guards just decided never to run up here, but then they do. I could just keep throwing grenades at that one spot and lure them infinitely, but no, they had to use the staircase. If there wasn't a staircase here, I'm pretty sure they would just keep running to that spot over and over again. Luckily, for all the 1-minute battles, we do have the maximum health bar, which allows us to survive at least an explosion and constantly take invincibility frame damage here. And it's the last 10 seconds, so for... Run, Snake, for your life. Just don't die, and we'll get first place. It didn't even blow up.
Excellent, Snake.
Nice. As the kids say, pwned?
I don't think people still say that anymore.
The kids say it.
I don't think anyone says that anymore.
Maybe that's because you got pwned.